morning, dear students. Welcome to our online class this May 4, 2021. I hope you are having a wonderful Tuesday. In Understanding Culture, Society, and Politics, we are in Quarter 1, Module 5, which is entitled Becoming a Member of the Society. The most essential learning competency is to explain the context, content, processes, and consequences of socialization. After discussing this lesson, you will be familiar with the meaning of the following words like conformity, enculturation, socialization, deviance, norms, and social control. In this slide, you can see a picture that is related to our lesson for today, becoming a member of the society. So what do you think does the picture says? It is a man alone in an island. So this is about the famous quotation that no man is an island. We will go deeper through the meaning of that as we go through our lesson this day. In this slide, you can see different pictures. Now, the question is, how do you become a responsible member of the society? We all know that we are automatically a member of the society. But the question is, how do we become a responsible member of the society? So in these different pictures, you can see different acts like teenagers doing a Comelec registration for voting, for their exercise to write their exercise to vote. And next is the community pantry. You can join a community pantry or you can organize your community pantry. It can be books, it can be plants, it can be food. So it depends on you, and the picture on the upper side is about people going in a place to make a rally in order to express their opinions. And on the first picture on the left, there are children violating the curfew set by the government. So these are the ways of socialization. When you say socialization, these are the words related to socialization: social norms, social expectations, beliefs, and values. When we say social norms, it is the standards, expectations that other place on us. Like, for example, we meet a friend, we shake hands. That is the norms. And now in our new normal, we have to maintain a 1 meter distance in order to be safe from the COVID-19 virus. Next, when we say socialization, it's about social expectation. You socialize based on the expectation of the people around you. Next, when you socialize, it is about your beliefs. When you socialize, it is about your values. It depends on your values. So if we will combine all of these to get the meaning of socialization, this is a process where individuals undergo different changes in all aspects of culture, like understanding societal norms and expectations, accepting society's beliefs, and being aware of societal values imparted to us by our ancestors. Now, in this slide, you can see the agents of Socialization. The agents are the mission, the school, the religion, the government, and the family. Let's go here one by one. So family is the first. Family is the first agent of socialization. It is the principal socializer of younger members of the family. It teaches the members how to behave in socially acceptable ways, develop emotional ties, and internalize values and norms. Individuals share the patterns of the larger culture but retain the unique values and behavioral traits learned from their families. Next, school. School is the agent who molds the belief, values, and attitudes of the students through various academic and social activities. It equips the students with skills that will enable them to fit into a larger society. The school teaches the students to learn the value of self-improvement and hard work. This is through classroom activities that give them opportunities to apply their knowledge and skills. The school also serves as a latent function by socializing children's behavior and teaching them about citizenship and national pride. Next, mass media. Mass media distribute information to a wide audience via television, newspaper, radio, and internet. Characterized as non-proximate agents of socialization, it enables people to learn about objects of material and non-material culture. It influences the way people look at the world and make them change their views. This one is about religion. It exerts a great influence on a person's view, legitimizes social practices, provides stability to society and a source of social change, teaches participants how to interact with the religion's material culture, creates social solidarity in the society and a source of spiritual growth. This one is the Malacanang Palace, which is the government, the ultimate source of authority, participates in socialization through the implementation of the laws of the country. It regulates the behavior of the citizens using rewards and sanctions, promotes the general welfare of the people. All of the members of the various agents of socialization have specific goals or tasks to perform to help people learn to function successfully in their social worlds. These agents of socialization impart positive values and beliefs that we become better individuals who value Filipino culture. A knowledge of the role of each agent of socialization gives us a better understanding and appreciation of cultural norms and values. So what are the goals of socialization? It helps individuals develop a conscience. Because of socialization, individuals before acting are thinking if his action is good or bad. Number 2, teach individuals how to prepare for and perform certain social roles. Socialization prepare us for our roles. For example, my role is being a teacher. So because of that role, I am acting that way. And I can act that way with the help of people surrounding me, like this one. Another people is helping in order to join the society. Next, cultivate shared sources of meaning and value. Because of socialization, people will appreciate their culture because of different people they meet, so they will realize the value and meaning of their own culture. Next, enculturation. When we say enculturation, it is a form of cultural transmission by which society transmits its culture and behavior to its members by surrounding developing members with appropriate models. Example of enculturations: your niece don't know how to speak English, but suddenly you hear him fluently speaking English because of the YouTube videos he been watching. So this is enculturation unconsciously because he learned unconsciously by listening. Enculturation can also be conscious. For example, you see something like that, you will imitate or pattern your behavior to want to see because you can see that every day. So you are enculturated. Next, think about this. What does the picture show? Are these acts of conformity or defiance? If so, what is the difference between conformity and defiance? We will go to the next term. We will be studying about conformity and defiance. When we say conformity, it is a type of social influence involving a change in belief or behavior to fit in or align their attitudes and behaviors with the people they interact or socialize with. So there are types of conformity. There is compliance, identification, and internalization. When we say compliance, it means conforming to a rule. It is the weakest form of conformity. The person usually goes along with the view of the majority, but she still privately maintains his or her point of view. So conformity for the sake of complying without attachment. So next is identification. He conforms because he aspires to pattern himself after another, but only a while he is in the presence of the other person. He likes, but it does not necessarily result in a change of person's private belief. He's conforming just to be identified or to stand out in a group. He conforms para lang siya ma-identify na siya ay kakaiba sa kanyang grupo. Next, internalization. This is the opposite of compliance, wherein this is the acceptance and incorporation of the standard or belief of other person of the society by the individual. It is the deepest level of conformity. What are the factors that led to conformity? There are individual factors, cultural factor, and situational factor. These factors contributes to the action. Situational factors tend to look on how the specific environment influence how one behaves. Situational factors are a matter of observation and then repetition of what is observed. Next in situational factors is the individual factors. It focuses more on the personal characteristic of an individual, such as a strong leadership ability, willpower, self-confidence that give him a small chance or tendency to conform with other people. Cultural factor, this is the most fascinating of the three factors that influence conformity. Different cultures have diverse levels of conformity. Specific cultures can contain a generalized personality type. So, different people conform because of different factors he is in. Next is deviance. The opposite of conformity is deviance. This is the recognized violation of cultural norms. Example is crimes. Deviance is being different from other people, like you can see in the picture. So what are the effects of deviance? It promotes solidarity. It is social change. It is adjusted to social change and elevates status. So we can see that the effects of deviance are positive and negative because deviance is not always negative. It can also be positive. If it is positive, it will promote social solidarity and it will cause social change because the act of defiance is an act to adjust in order to change. Defiance helps individuals to deal with and adjust to change that are sometimes brought by the society we live in. Society plays a big role in social change as it creates acceptable and unacceptable behavior of an individual. People become defiant because they want to follow their desire, or sometimes their defiant behavior might be the results of problems they encounter in the society. Defiance is a way in which some individuals and groups can introduce their agendas to the rest of the society and elevate their status while doing it. Theory of defiance. There is a social strain theory developed by American sociologist Robert K. Merton. The theory states that social structures may pressure citizens to commit crimes. So what are the types of defiance? Number one is conformity. It is the process whereby people change their beliefs, attitudes, actions, and perceptions to match more closely those held by groups to which they belong or want to belong, or by groups whose approval they desire. So, nagkakaroon ng defiant action because they want to be a part of the group. For example, small entrepreneurs who become economically successful because of their hard work and perseverance in their small businesses. Conformity. Next, innovation. It involves reinventing things or learning how to do things in a new manner. Innovators continue to seek success, however, they reject socially acceptable means of achieving them. Example are the ICT experts who gain monetary success through cybercrimes. Next, ritualism. It is the regular observance of practice of ritual, especially when excessive or without regard to its function. Ritualists are individuals who stop trying to achieve society's goals but believe in using society's institutionalized or means of attaining them. Example, staying in dead-end jobs such as home caregiver position because it enables them to adhere in a society's achievement and social norms. 4. Retributism. Retributism is a reaction of people towards the society in which one rejects both cultural goods and the traditional means to achieve success. Then, a different way to accept it. Example is severe alcoholics, some hopeless people, and the hermits who achieve things that do not always go along with the society's values. Next is rebellion. Rebellion, it seeks to substitute new goals and means for existing goals and means. Rebel seeks to create a greatly modified social structure in which provision will be made for closer correspondence between merit, effort, and reward. Social control is the process of creating and maintaining stability. In simplest terms, it refers to the power of society over individuals. In order to understand their actions despite individual differences. Social control is needed to prevent the country from descending into chaos because there are people who tend to violate the laws of the country. Social control can also be positive and negative, and it can be categorized into formal social control and informal social control. When we say informal social control, this form of social control is enforced by family members and other people we usually interact or socialize with. Rewards and punishment are commonly visible in informal social control. Formal social control. So number 3 is formal social control. It refers to the organization or systems that use strict and delineated rules, values, morals, and the like that we are commonly told or compelled to obey. Other government agencies enforce social control. Having a peaceful society can be achieved if people conform to the norms of the society. Cooperation and understanding of each individual's behavior can result in building a better community. Individuals and other institutions should establish social control to comply with the norms and rules of the society. Social control is a very important factor in attaining a peaceful society. So now let's practice. Government participates in socialization through the implementation of the laws of the country. The answer is true. Defiance is always negative. B. False. Ritualism involves reinventing things or learning how to do things in new manner. False. This is innovation. 4. Formal social control is a form of social control enforced by family members and other people we usually interact or socialize with. False. This is informal social control. Number 5, conformity is a type of social influence involving a change in belief or behavior to fit or align their attitudes and behaviors with the people they interact or socialize with through conformity. So, please don't forget to answer the summative test 5 and the quizzes that I will open after our online classes. So, the struggle you're in today is developing the strength you need tomorrow. Thank you very much and see you again in our next video lesson.